This is the Jaguar F-Type Coupe. It's the R edition, the top model. Now, I've driven the F-Type before. I drove the convertible car not too long ago, and the primary emotion I got from that was hatred. It was like hanging out with the wrong crowd at school, the cool kids, the bullies. It kind of turned me into a bit of a prick, if I'm honest. But this is different. When I drive this car, all I feel is love. I don't normally talk about looks in my reviews. One man's Beyonce is another man's Boyle, but I don't think there can be any arguing. This is porn. It is the best looking car on the market today, hands down. I love its face. I love the headlights, the grille. I love the profile. I love the way the wheel arches bulge out like it's on steroids. I love the roofline, the way the A-pillar starts out pencil thin, then gradually thickens as it goes towards the rear. I love the roof itself, the way the windscreen and the roof and the back flow together like one seamless piece of glass. I love the back. Man, I would do horrible things to the back. It is gorgeous. But there's something else I love even more than the looks, and that is the noise. There are a lot of great noises in the world. The sound of music, the sound of children laughing, the sound a woman makes when she's having a bit of a crisis. But this tops them all. The exhaust on this car is absolutely incredible. But what's really cool is that if I press this button down here, it just goes completely quiet. It's like driving a Mondeo. But screw that. Push it again, and it sounds like a dinosaur gargling hand grenades on the Gaza Strip. I love it, I love it, I love it. The bite matches the bark. It's a serious weapon. Up front, we got a 5-litre V8, but that wasn't enough, so they supercharged it, of course. So it's chucking 550 horsepower and 680 newton meters of torque. It has a couple of neat tricks up its sleeve to help it dynamically. The first is electronic active differential, which intelligently gives or takes away power from each rear wheel as the situation demands it, which helps cornering. It can either help your lap time or completely ruin it if you prefer, if you fancy a bit of drifting. Then there's torque vectoring by braking, which brakes the wheels nearest to the inside of the corner, which helps the car turn in much better. Really clever stuff. So it's quick, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds dead, and a top speed just shy of 190 miles an hour. So it's properly ballistic. What's interesting is that the Jaguar F-Type uses the same engine as the XKRS, and that car is bonkers. It will just go in any direction other than the one you want to face, upside down, inside out, sideways. You can't make good progress in a straight line because it's always wanting to swap ends on you. In this car, you can actually put the power down. It's still crazy, it will still snap on you if you're not careful, especially in the wet. But you can really point it, squirt it, and it will get the job done. So how does it feel? Well, it feels actually really laid back, really easy to drive whenever you're in normal mode. If you put it in D, it just cruises like a sensible automatic car. The throttle response isn't too bad, the steering wheel isn't too heavy, but it has a dynamic mode. You slide this lever back into the checkered flag position and suddenly everything changes. The character's completely different. Now the throttle response is instant. Every slight press on the gas results in a bit of acceleration. If you want to go a step further, slide it into sport mode on the transmission, and that will give you total control of the gears. Knock it down into first gear, floor it. Sorry, lady. And you'll be in another continent altogether, and it will hold on to that gear for as long as you say.
Let's get the out of it.
Yeah.
The absolute came out of her.
I'm glad she was wearing brown trousers. Every car has a flaw, and you don't always see those flaws until you get up close and personal and start poking around. But I'm gonna level with you. I've driven this car for a few days now, and there's nothing wrong with it. The interior is on point, the exterior is on point, the performance is sadistic, that noise is pure heaven. There's literally nothing I can point to as being wrong with this car, apart from maybe the fuel economy. That is absolutely terrible. It will drink petrol all day long. But when the reward is performance like this and looks like this, well, that's something I can live with. The F-Type is one of those cars that once you've driven it, becomes difficult to live without. You can't just casually like an F-Type coupe. It gets under your skin. It makes you feel not just lust, but complete adoration. I'm infatuated with this car. I want it. I need it. I love it. Is so beautiful. Click, click, click. I've never played with a porn star's nipples before, but I imagine that's exactly how that would feel. What's really cool though is the attention to detail. Look at the font on the temperature display.